If you're interested in a full-time, part-time, or seasonal job with the City of Moore, you'll want to be aware that the city may hire workers at any time during the year.
It's just whenever we have a vacancy and we determine that we need to fill that vacancy. Seasonal employees usually start on Memorial Day weekend and they end on Labor Day weekend. And they all are out at the Recreation Center, which is the central park that has been here for 2 years. Part-time employees can be hired anytime during the year, just depends on need.
Moore Human Resources Director Christine Jolly says the best way to check on job postings is to check the city's website.
If I was looking and wanting to work for the City of Moore, I would just go to our website on a daily basis, usually around noon, and check out if we've been able to post any new positions. We have them all listed there, everything at the station. We do also list fire and police there as well, but all of our positions are listed there and we put them on as soon as they become available.
You'll find that list of currently available jobs at cityofmoore.com/jobs.
So you want to look at the vacancy notice. It'll tell you when the position opened. It'll tell you when it's going to close, so you know when to get your application in. It'll tell you what the salary is expected to be. It'll give you the minimum qualifications to make sure that you really are qualified, and it'll give you a brief description of the job. You'll also want to look at the job descriptor that will also be on that same page and will be connected to the vacancy notice for you.
Once you decide you'd like to apply, download the general employment application on the page, print it out, and fill it out completely. Then you can send it to the City of Moore by using the email address hr1@cityofmoore.com. If you'd like to use snail mail, just address it to Human Resources, 301 North Broadway, Moore, Oklahoma, 73160. You can also fax it at 405-799-4431, or you can just drop it off at the reception desk at City Hall. Once the job opening closes, the city will contact those applicants they're interested in interviewing.
HR will contact the people that they want to talk to. We sit down, we do face-to-face interviews, usually over a couple of days, just depends on how many people we have available. And then we make a final decision.
Jolly says the city typically gets hundreds of applications for job openings.
100 employees, it's a small family, even though it's 400 people. I've already met people that I hope I'm going to be friends with the rest of my life. So it's a great place to work. We have excellent benefits, definitely competitive, especially if you're looking at a municipality to go to work for.
That benefits package includes a retirement plan, health benefits, 10 paid holidays, and an employee rate for membership at the station. There's a separate hiring process for city police officers and firefighters handled internally by those departments.
Anytime we have an opening, we try to post it on our website, the police department website, as well as our Facebook page, Twitter. It's mainly on our Facebook page. Any updates here lately, we've had several test dates. We'll try and put those on there. Sergeant
Jeremy Lewis says there's no one type of person the police department is looking to hire.
The main qualities, we're just looking for someone that's honest, a good person, willing to work hard.
There are, however, a few things that will disqualify candidates.
Some being certain drug use, criminal activity, things like that. If they've been arrested for a felony, it's a disqualifier.
Lewis says the city is doing a lot of testing right now in order to build up a pool of applicants. That testing begins with a physical.
It's a 1.5 mile run, a 300-meter sprint. There's push-ups and sit-ups. If they pass that, they move on to the written exam, which is just a general knowledge test. There's not really any study material. It's just basic math, writing, spelling, things like that.
Pass the physical and written test, and you can download the background packet, which is essentially the application.
They'll get a week or so to get all the information we need and get that filled out and turned in. Then they'll be scheduled for a time to turn it in, scheduled for an interview if they're not disqualified. If they don't have any disqualifiers, we usually will schedule them for an interview.
From this point, the interview process begins to pick up.
A different type of test. There's a psychological test, a polygraph test. Then they get into getting a job offer. There's a few other things.
Lewis says a police officer's job is rewarding and new every day. It also offers some great benefits.
Probably the best benefit is the retirement plan. It's a 20-year retirement. If you stay an additional 5 years, it's a pretty good size check plus your retirement. So benefits are really good, and it's a really good place to work. The city is really taking care of us over the last few years. We've got a new police department, really nice equipment. Everything's new, nice, and it's a really good place to work.
City of Moore firefighters' job openings are posted on the City of Moore website. The fire department will also place ads in the Oklahoman and on the Oklahoma State Firefighters Association website.
Once that process starts, they can come in, fill out their intent to test with us. What we require, we need them to have a current driver's license, current nationally registered EMT license, and a Firefighter 1 certificate through Pro Board or IFSEC.
Deputy Chief Greg Herbster says once the applicants meet those minimum requirements, they'll take the written test, which carries a $25 fee to cover costs.
Everyone that is successful on the written test will move on to the physical agility portion of our test. That is a state mandated test through the state pension system, so they tell us what we have to have the candidates perform on that test, or minimum requirements. Once they successfully pass the physical agility, we'll give them an application packet. They'll bring that packet back within a couple weeks, and then we'll decide how many applicants we have, how many positions we have. We'll kind of make a natural cut there on how many we're going to move on to the interview board.
The most qualified candidates will move on to the chief's interview. The city will also do a background check, and applicants must complete a pension physical.
It's a long process. It takes time to get through that, and it's just, there's no way we can speed it up faster than we do. Just each step, there's a lot of things that we have to do before we move on to the next steps.
Herbster says applicants should expect the hiring process to last a few months.
Yeah, we do have very high standards, so they are having to come in with a lot of certifications already. And then once they get here, we will put them through a recruit academy, get them to the level where we want them at, and make sure they understand how we function here at the Moore Fire Department before we put them on shift.
Those interested in applying for a firefighter's position in Moore should regularly check the City of Moore website for hiring announcements.
So we have a great department. We're very competitive on our wages. We have the greatest equipment and facilities of anywhere in the state, and the ones that are blessed to get on here, I don't know why there'd be any reason to go anywhere else.